A lot of people that don't have balls in real life will come on social media talking mad crap, knowing if you walked past them down the street, y'all wasn't gonna say a damn thing. You don't even know that this person is getting their back broke, you know, for that flight ticket. What do you expect to come from it? So other people going on your page and be like, wow, she has 100 likes. Like, I want to be like her. Go outside, touch some grass.
Yeah, wait a minute, don't you leave me before I get to kiss ya. Wait a minute, I don't wanna be without you.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel if you're a returning viewer, and if you are new, what is up? Today I wanted to talk about, by the title of the video, I think a lot of us are taking things a little too serious with this social media shit. High key. So I just want to do a little sit down chit chat. It's just me, my dog that you'll hear coming in and out, and my kombucha. So my hair, if I just want to get that out the way, it's a wash and go, but this is how I preserve it when I don't have anywhere to go, when I am home, when I ain't got no one to impress. I don't mind leaving the house like this. It's just literally like towards the back, and then the top part is up. But I did do a wash and go. My hair is looking pretty shiny and very soft and moisturized. If you guys want details, I'm not gonna put it in the description box when I upload this video, but if you ask for the details below, then I will leave them below. But enough with that. So a lot of things triggered me to post this video, but I thought it also could be helpful because there are a lot of young people that's getting into social media that now is accessing TikTok and Facebook and Instagram, and I feel like if no one gives them like a reality check, they might dive into a world of comparison and regret and depression, and which I feel like goes through almost every teenager's life, those that give a damn about social media. But there, I feel like it's in every, especially teenage women, that's a portion, a big significance of their teenage years. It's like, how can they be the baddest on social media, or how can they grow their platform, or their follower count is tied to who they are as an individual, and it's really not that deep. So we're gonna just be diving into, again, social media resonates with all of us. If you are watching this, not everyone that's on YouTube is social media savvy, but if you are, majority of you guys that are on YouTube, I would think have other social media platforms and or have created some kind of content. But we're living in a world basically where everything is online. Because of this, right, we would be stupid to not realize the impacts that this might have on our lives. So get you a snack, get comfy. I'm just gonna kill your ears for about 10 to 15 minutes. So the first thing I want to talk about is, let's explore what social media is, or what it's supposed to be, right? So originally, social media is created as a platform for individuals to connect. Like, that is the purpose, to connect, to share experiences, to engage with an audience, right? Especially platforms like Facebook and Twitter that launched in like the early 2000s. The goal is to bring people closer together. Like, that is the goal of social media. And so, especially back then, it was more about laughing, you know, at random videos, cat videos, sharing holiday snapshots of the family. But then when you fast forward to today, it just seems like it's turned into some sort of battleground, right? Battleground of these curated, perfect images and whatnot. So if we're to now bring statistics into this, the average person spends 2 hours daily on social media. I'd say more. I'd say way more, to be honest, especially if you have an iPhone, and I know it gives you your screen time. Like the previous week, if you guys get those notifications, it's a lot, okay? It's a lot of screen time that you don't even realize it. So if you're spending at least 2 hours a day daily on social media, it'll equate to over 5 years of your life by the time that you're 70, which I think that's crazy. So instead of using that time purposefully, we're finding a lot of us getting caught up and like negative comparisons. We're finding ourselves being hostile and negative on social media. A lot of people that don't have balls in real life will come on social media talking mad crap, knowing if you walked past them down the street, y'all wasn't gonna say a damn thing. But I digress, because you're not gonna catch me dissing somebody under their comments and bringing down other people just because I'm bored. but we'll get into that later. I guess the real question is, why do we let these kind of platforms dictate much of our like emotional well-being? So I want to dive into that. Why do we judge our worth based off of the number of likes or the number of followers or how good our content is? Like, why do we judge our worth based off of those criteria? The main thing that I can tell you in regards to like what you see on social media, what you see on there is just one aspect or one facet of someone's life. It's not the entire picture. Now, mind you, you do have people that create content and they're very personable on their social media. They share ups and downs and you know, every aspect of their life, especially if that's their job. If a lot of people are caught up in that person's life, you know, they're sharing to their audience what's going on. Even then, they're not sharing everything, right? And especially now, this is not even many, like majority, they're only posting the good parts of their life. Of course, who's gonna post them crying over a breakup, right? Or, you know, like who's gonna post some things that is controversial, right? No one's gonna post their true thoughts. No one's gonna post the bad moments in their lives to get talked shit about, right? Like, it's just one aspect of someone's life that you're seeing. And obviously when you're consistently seeing good things, oh, they just graduated, they just bought a car, they just got their dream job, they're traveling, like if they're only posting that, do not get the assumption that that person has no issues in their life. And I think that's where a lot of that gets to a lot of people mentally. It's a shift in mindset that needs to be changed, because when you're seeing all these positive things on social media, I think it's so easy to be like, damn, like, what am I doing wrong? Why am I not living that kind of lifestyle? How are they, you know, how do I not have enough money to, you know, afford to be able to travel as much as this person? Well, you don't even know that this person is getting their back broke, you know, for that flight ticket. Like when I'm telling you, you don't know, you don't know. So it's a mind shift on it. When you start to realize those thoughts are coming, have that self-awareness to stop before you get ahead. And, you know, why am I feeling this way? You know, what is it that I'm seeing, or what is it that I'm lacking within myself that's triggering me to have this response, right? So if I'm not mistaken, there was a recent study that linked like heavy social media use with like anxiety, depression, low self-esteem. So it creates a layer of pressure that was virtually non-existent before becoming digitally connected. So just think about it. How many times have you felt anxious about posting a photo, worried about the reaction it would get? Even to this day, I would be lying if I didn't tell you guys I looked over a photo in every aspect, in every area, making sure it's straight. Even something that I really liked, if I know another photo would do better, maybe you know, putting that photo to the side so that the photo that will get the most interactions is the priority. I think a lot of us has been through that phase of posting photos that you really liked and then checking back a few hours and realize it wasn't getting that much engagement, or as much engagement as your friends, right? As your friends, or, you know, whoever. I think it's about realizing that what you share, it shouldn't be for other people. It should be meaningful to you. You're posting it because it's your page. Let's talk about that. You're posting it because it's your page and it's meaningful to you and you like the photo, and so you post it. It doesn't matter if 1,000 or 5 people like it. So let's get that straight. I would say the next time you find yourself feeling low after scrolling through your feed, I want you to think, like, what is this doing for me? Is this enriching my life, or is it dragging me down? You know, are these likes, you know, for those that are not getting paid for sponsorships, or for those that's work is not social media related, like you are just a user of the platforms, like is 100 likes gonna change your life? You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you expect to come from it? So other people going on your page and be like, wow, she has 100 likes. Like, I want to be like her. Like, is that? There's also the fear of missing out. FOMO plays a huge role here as well. So when we see, especially our friends posting about trips or parties or things that maybe you weren't invited to, or things that, you know, you are unable to do for whatever reason, it does create feelings of exclusion. But you have to remember, the image that you see, I guarantee you, does not reflect reality, or it only reflects that moment and that experience. It does not give you a full scope of that individual. Like, you should, there's no way, you should not be able to scroll through somebody's page and think, wow, that person is better than me just because of the kind of content that they have on their page. Like that is beyond me. That is beyond me. So if you're that way, then this video is for you, okay? You have to remember the images that you see are not a reflection of reality, okay? Experience are filtered and edited for an audience. Photos are edited for an audience, for whoever that individual is catering towards. Please do not let it get in your head. The thing with social media, will I tell you that it's bad? No, I think there's more good than bad on social media, but you need to find the right balance. That's just my opinion. I've talked with other people about it and got some opinions where they feel as if the world would be better without it. But you have no idea how many people has found their spouses, you know, on apps, right? Across the nation that they would never have met unless they were in the right place at the right time or they were in that other country, right? You don't know how many people that's fallen on hard times were able to depend on social media to provide an income for them, right? Social media, I think, has its advantages, especially when it comes to businesses. How many musicians, right, peaked because of TikTok, right, and the music, or how many small businesses, you know, promoted themselves on social media. They got a viral post and now they're, you know, in stores, right? There's a lot of good in social media, but it's really all about balance. And I want to provide some tips for those that do. You're battling against social media and your self-esteem. If you have to pick between the one, pick your fucking self-esteem. I think setting limits on how much time you spend on it, again, if it's not a full-time job for you, if you're just a standard user, it will differ from someone who is up and coming, you know, influencer. Like, I'm a very small, you know, influencer. On my Instagram, I have maybe roughly 20,000 followers. Here, I have like 5,000 and change followers. So if you're an up and coming influencer, your limits are gonna look different from a user. All in all, it still applies to whoever, right? Whoever. So you want to make sure you're monitoring and limiting your social media usage, especially for those that are in your teens, you're in middle school, you're in high school. Go outside, touch some grass, please, you know, do an extracurricular for those that can afford it, right? Or just find something to do, right? Instead of getting home from school and you're just scrolling your life away until bedtime. Start small, restrict your usage, cut 30 minutes by day, until you can reach a healthy enough time to where you feel like you're not compromising your mental health, you know? And that could look different from everyone. Someone could spend an hour on social media and be like, okay, that's enough for me. Versus someone can spend maybe 3 hours and be like, you know, all right, I'm good. I feel myself getting to a point where I'm starting to want things that I don't need or have never wanted before because I saw somebody else have it. So think about that. Curating your feed. I think about this a lot in regards to like self-improvement videos that I have on my page, but unfollow and or mute those accounts that make you feel insecure or unhappy. It does, you know, you don't get a cookie for keeping them around for just the sake of doing so. I'm sorry, I don't see what the benefit there is. Like there, especially with myself, I've had to unfollow tons of accounts that I felt like weren't doing anything for me. Especially those IG baddies or people that you may have looked up to for fashion needs and things like that. I mean, if you can keep them around without it compromising your mental health, sure. But if you catch yourself, damn, I wish I had a body like hers, or, you know, damn, I wish my hair was as long as hers, it's not worth it to me. Unfollow and mute accounts that make you feel insecure. And there's no shame in doing so. One who's gonna know and who's gonna cuss you out even if you told somebody that you did that. So spend time with the users or keep the users around that at least uplifts you, motivates you in some way, provides you some sort of relief from, you know, laughter, something that's more positive. Instead of passively scrolling, I would challenge y'all to actually engage in content. Leave comments on things that really, you know, inspire you, or, you know, you know, sparks your curiosity a little bit. Like, leave comments, ask questions, like actually be a part of it instead of just being a bystander. Focus on your life offline. So schedule your hangouts with your friends and family, you know, go to a park, walk your dog, I don't know. something. Like that's the best advice. That's the last and best tip that I would give you in regards to that. Because then social media is gonna be an afterthought, right? It's gonna be afterthought. You're gonna be actually be doing so much in real life that you shouldn't have time to. I mean, I guess you take a picture here and there, but it shouldn't be your priority to be on vacation and oh my god, let me get the perfect pose for IG. Let me like just take your photos, you worry about it later, you enjoy the now, and then you talk about it after. Again, if it's not a job that you specifically have to like get a specific shoot, that's a requirement that a company is paying for you, like it's not that deep. It's not that deep. Go and have a good time and you worry about that crap later. My main objective of why I'm saying to stop taking social media so serious, if you want to improve your mental health, try it. Right? If you actually are someone who is looking for just more of an authentic interaction, that will come when you're not trying to curate that perfect image, right? When your own interactions actually become more genuine and meaningful, and when you're actually connecting with people that are of the same interests, not people that you're trying to compete with, you're going to start seeing those authentic interactions. You're also gonna have more free time to do more in your day, to learn new things, you know, to just be more open and try things in your life instead of just, I don't know, being home, gaining weight behind a screen. And then also you get to focus on your real life. You learn to appreciate moments in your life instead of just chasing like unrealistic standards. Overall, I just want you guys to be able to kind of embrace the freedom that comes from releasing the pressure of social media expectations, because it's not that serious. It's not. And at the end of the day, it's your page. If you're embarrassed of getting negative comments, first of all, that's why there are resources on these platforms. Delete what you don't like, block who you don't like, and it doesn't make you weak. So let's start with that. Protect your own peace. Don't give in to the influences around you, but all of that is easier said than done. You just got to start from somewhere though. This is kind of where I'm going to leave you guys, because at the end of the day, I think social media can be a fantastic tool for like connection, creativity, but those that are taking it a little bit too competitive, too serious, it's going to detract from your own well-being. And we want to be able to keep your life fun and light, and it shouldn't be, I mean, life is already hard. Why do you want to make it harder on yourself? I think you might want to think about that. So all in all, that's kind of my 2 cents about that. If you enjoyed today's video, give it a thumbs up. I'd love to hear your thoughts. What do you struggle with when it comes to kind of this online social world? How do you balance social media in your life? Let me know if you guys do appreciate more lifestyle videos like this. Just don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, and share on your way out. And I'm gonna catch y'all in the next one. Bye.